My name is Stefan Welker and I want to present the Dive virtual reality goggles system. This is one of the first production models of the Dive. With Dive you can insert a standard smartphone like Android or iPhone into the Dive goggles and use the display of the phone to play virtual reality games. Using the sensors of the phone, the smartphone will provide head tracking, so you can really immerse yourself inside the game and look everywhere. And this is all you need for virtual reality. High resolution display and head tracking. I always wanted to experiment with virtual reality, but unfortunately the devices were never available or they were much too expensive, like head-mounted displays and the sensors also. With my experience from studying computer science and also being a gamer by myself, I suddenly realized that everything has come into place and virtual reality is possible right now. So I took the Quake 2 open source engine and modified it so it would display 3D and also included the head tracking from the phone sensors, so you could really look around inside the game. And I tried it out and it worked really good, so I continued on the project and thought this was a really cool thing to do. So with my 3D printer I invented the Open Dive, which is a printable 3D goggles system that you can download from the internet and print out yourself and basically run my software on it. I released the printable Open Dive to the internet so other people could download and try it out and see for themselves how the virtual reality on a smartphone works. So the problem with 3D printing is that you cannot suit the demand for many goggles, so that's why we invented Dive, and Dive is the first production model that you can buy. It will cost €50 and you can play virtual reality games with it. For Dive you need a smartphone with a high resolution display, and also the smartphone needs to have a gyroscope and an accelerometer. So some phones don't have gyroscopes, but most of the newer phones have gyroscopes. So you can have a really good head tracking inside the game. This enables you to really look around the world inside the game and really explore it. For developers I provide a free SDK that can be used to make other games. It is based on the Unity engine and is basically a plugin that is free. On my website divegames.com I present all the games that I make, so I'm trying to make games myself and just plug my fantasies inside games and make them experienceable for everybody. So I will present these games that I make and also link to other games made by other developers. There are already people coming into our forums and posting game demos and games, and you can experience them in virtual reality in an immersive environment with Dive. So for playing you can use a Bluetooth controller or Bluetooth keyboard to steer inside the game, but there's also games that support a head-only input, so you can just look around or look at things or move your head to steer something like a car or like a plane. And that works really good, so I'm experimenting with that, and you can just download my games from divegames.com and try them out for yourself before you buy the Dive goggles. I also have a game where you can walk around and you can either use a Bluetooth controller or you can just use your head to move around the game and collect stuff. So the Dive lenses have a very wide adjustability range to make them fit for people wearing glasses or make them fit for different eye distances. At Gamescom 2013 in Cologne, we showed Dive to hundreds of people, and they all loved the interactive content. They experienced the virtual reality, and we're now finalizing the product, so we expect to ship around November 2013. You can go and pre-order Dive at Durovis.com.